everyone, it's Beane, founder of Mentor to Millions and creator of P.A.Y.S, your online personal and economic empowerment system. Now, in case you don't know by now, P.A.Y.S stands for People, Activity, and Yourself. These are the three subject matters that my mentors helped me master, and it led to my early retirement when I was only 22 years old. Now, when people hear that my road to success started when I was so young, I always get one question immediately. Mr. Beane, what is the one tip that you can give me right now to lead to my financial freedom? Well, Mr. Beane, tell me one thing that you did that got you on your journey to success. And over 15 years, my answer has not changed. Find a mentor. Now, let's look at this first conceptually, and then let's tackle it practically. Are you where you want to be physically? Are you where you want to be mentally? Are you where you want to be financially? What about spiritually? What about socially? What about emotionally? Now, this is not to suggest that you have to be sound in all these areas before you can become successful. What I am saying is that there's not a successful person on this planet who did not seek the outside expertise of a mentor or coach first. Think about it for a second. When you have plumbing issues, you call a plumber. Medical issues, a doctor. Need legal advice? Call a lawyer. Need financial advice? Financial advisor. But when it comes to this thing called life, we phone a friend. So I always tell people, in order to be successful, start with people who have already been there. Who do you hire when it comes to this journey called life? You may be surprised by the answer. You need to hire yourself. You see, no one on the planet wants success more for you than you. The challenge or problem is, if you already knew the strategies necessary or the areas of improvement that you needed to take to be successful, you would already be there. You guys know Les Brown, one of the pioneers of this entire personal growth and self-development industry. He and I had the pleasure of sharing the same stage many, many years ago, and I'll never forget what he said. He said, it's hard to see the picture when you are in the frame. So do me a quick favor. Let's swap the word mentor with coach just for a second. Did Michael Jordan, arguably the best player ever to play the game, do you think he had a shooting coach? Does Celine Dion, with her beautiful voice, do you think she has a voice coach? Does Bill Gates have a financial advisor or some type of life coach? I can tell you right now, the answer is a resounding yes, yes, and yes. Why? Successful people have success coaches. You see, it amazes me that when it comes to boxing or gymnastics or weightlifting or marathon running, most people understand the importance of a coach. But when it comes to life and business, we minimize the importance of a mentor. And therein lies the problem. Until you change the way you think, you will always have what you have. You know, I've been on several different radio shows and television shows, and people always ask, what started your road to success? And I always tell people, my mother gave me a book. It was about 10 pages long before I was 10 years old, called Quotes by Jim Rohn. I will later upgrade to The Laws of Success, which is a lot thicker, by Napoleon Hill. But since I changed my mindset, I've been able to help thousands of people all over the world do the exact same thing. I'm telling you guys, I went from broke and negative, or negative and broke. I went from ashy to classy because I worked on me harder than I worked on anything else. So before we go any further, I promised you that I would destroy some common myths and misconceptions that a lot of people have about mentoring and the personal growth and self-development industry. And I think the big one I want to start with is the I can do it all by myself mentality or attitude or approach. And to be honest with you, the problem lies in that way of thinking. Do you really think that a lot of self-made millionaires are really self-made? Now, that does not mean that you can't pull yourself up by your bootstraps and go from zero to hero. What I mean is someone, a family member, husband, wife, someone was there to hold down the household while you were out building massive success. That's called a system. That's why they say system stands for save you some time, energy, and money. a system shaves years and years and years of mistakes off of your learning curve. I think another common myth or misconception about personal growth and self-development or mentoring is that it's very, very expensive. And I'll be honest with you guys, a lot of mentors, by the time they start training and coaching, they've already been somewhat successful. I, for example, made my first $1 million in network marketing, but guess what? I lost the first $1 million I made in network marketing because I didn't have the best mentors to teach me how to keep money. So now when I train network marketers, for example, I can show them the mistakes I made to lose $1 million and the things it took for me to make millions back. That's right. I had to do it more than once because I'm a slow learner. You see, I think it's important for people to realize that there's a big difference between cost and value. And until I learned the difference between the two, abundance never started to flow my way. I'll give you guys a quick story before I go. There was a gentleman I highly respected who charged $300 for 1 hour of consultation. Now, at the time, I did not have $300. In fact, I didn't have $3, but that was what he put the value of 1 hour on. So that is what I had to come up with. So I neglected to pay some bills and I scraped up the $300 and I met with him. Do you guys know that I made $21,000 in revenue 45 days later after that consultation? So let's do the math. Cost, $300. Value generated over $21,000 because of an idea I got from the consultation. You see, that's the difference between cost and value. Now, the funny thing is there's nothing on this page more expensive than $300. And trust me, he was not taking monthly installments. Now, honestly, guys, this website is not here, or this video is not here to convince you or sell you on the importance of mentoring and personal and economic empowerment. P.A.Y.S was created for that individual who is already hungry and already looking. P.A.Y.S was not created for that individual who does not think they're already worth the investment. So my gift from God is helping people to think a little different so that they can get different results. So take a look at the plans below and pick the one that best works for your budget. If one book can send my life in a direction and change it forever, and now I can help thousands of individuals, surely one webinar, one video, or one audio can help you get an idea and do the exact same thing. Remember, guys, as of right now, there's no longer a secret to success. Pick an option below to gain instant access, and I will see you guys on the other side.